Hi, my YouTube friends and family. Today I want to speak about missing 39-year-old May Millete. And May, she also goes by May, but her name is Maya. And she was reported missing to the police on January the 10th. On January 7th, that's the last day that her husband Larry said that he seen his wife Maya, that he physically seen Maya. But let's have a listen first to the interview that her husband Larry gave with ABC 10 News, and then we'll briefly discuss what he says in that interview, and then we'll go on to discuss a few of the facts that we know right now and things that are being said. But let's have a listen to the interview.
Just tell me, kind of walk me through like the last time you saw her and what was going on.
Thursday night, like we got into a kind of an argument, and we've been having problems, for about a year, kind of like been up and down and stuff like that. But after that, I give her space.
So just tell me, so you got into an argument, and then the last time you saw her was actually in the house?
Yes,
okay.
Thursday.
So she didn't take a vehicle?
No.
No one saw her leave?
No, but on Friday, I could still hear her, but I didn't physically see her when I got home. But that's like normal too, because we have lots of bedrooms, it's a two-story house, and, we kind of I give her space. So, but that's why every time someone says Thursday, yes, it's physically, or visually see her, but for me, it's Friday night. I can hear her like wrestling around, making dinner for herself in another bedroom, and I'm sleeping with the kids in another bedroom.
Okay.
So upstairs and she's downstairs, kind of deal, kind of like a roommate thing. It's kind of like giving each other space. Well, sure. I don't need the space. She always wants the space.
All right, so let's go through a little bit let's go through what he said here in this interview with ABC 10 News. So Larry, Maya's husband, says that they got into a, quote, kind of argument, unquote, on Thursday night, and that they had been having problems in their marriage for about a year. He last seen Maya in their home on Thursday, January the 7th. He said when he got home on Friday, he saw Maya, and he said when he got home Friday on the 8th, he could hear Maya in the house, but he did not physically see Maya. He said that's normal because they have lots of bedrooms in a two-story house, and he gives her space. But he heard her making dinner, he says. He says, again, that it's like giving each other space. So you have him mentioning twice already within less than a minute, it seems, that they give each other space. But then that second time he clarifies that he didn't need the space. So he said, I don't need the space. She always wanted the space is what he's saying, or what he said. Larry goes on to say that he left Friday and Maya was there with their two girls and that they were homeschooled, and then he had their son with him. He said he could hear her downstairs that night, which was Friday night. He said on Saturday morning that her parents came by and Maya's bedroom door was locked. And he said he found the keys and she was not in her room. He said he assumed Maya went for a hike since her other hobby was jeeping and her Jeep was still there at the house. He assumed that one of Maya's friends had picked her up and that they went hiking, or maybe to have brunch. He said that night she didn't come home, and again, he didn't think much of it, considering that Maya had other nights where she wouldn't come home until 3:30 a.m. But he said Maya wasn't one to drink a lot. But recently he said, quote, she's been doing that, unquote. So basically he's implying she's recently been drinking a lot, which isn't like her, is what, he's saying. He said he really became worried when Maya missed her daughter's 11th birthday. No phone calls, didn't see her, nothing. And, at that point, that's when he felt like something is truly wrong. Where's Maya at? Because she's never went this long without any type of contact. But, that's just what he said in this interview. But let's look at some of the things that we do know as of right now. Maya and Larry, they were high school sweethearts. They've been married, I've seen 21 years, that they've been together 22, but married for 21 years. And Maya, her husband is Larry, saying that Maya took her phone, credit card, and her ID. And the card has not been used, and she left behind her Jeep. Her phone has reportedly been going directly to voicemail since her disappearance. On January the 3rd, that's the last public post that Maya made on Facebook. January 7th at 6:45 p.m., that's the last contact that with Maya that was confirmed. And that's from her family saying that Maya replied on a family text string. But I'm curious, how do they know that that was Maya and not her husband? But nonetheless, they're saying that that was the last contact confirmed with Maya was on the 7th at 6:45 p.m. On the 7th, that's also when Maya was last seen by her husband at their Chula Vista house. On the 8th, I think the 8th is when Larry gave the interview with ABC News. And on the 10th, that's when Maya was reported missing to the police. And that's also the day that Maya missed her daughter's 11th birthday, which is not like her. And Maya has 3 children total, ages 4, 9, and 11. And I did hear on another creator's channel, Critical Case, she spoke with Maya's sister. And Maya's sister said that Maya was planning on leaving the marriage. And I do have a Facebook post that I done a screenshot on, and it also, speaks the same thing. But it's also said in that interview with her sister that she had allegedly had an affair in the past. So again, the attorney came up that I don't know if she had met with him or was planning to meet with him. But if you want to read here what I have on the screen, this is what I captured on a Facebook post in one of the groups. So I guess, they seen, this post of Maya's about a divorce attorney or whatnot. But you guys can read through that, and I'm going to go on just kind of saying what we do know. So her husband said there was an argument between him and Maya the night before she went missing, and he did say that they have been having problems for about the past year. And we do know Larry did not attend Maya's vigil, and it looks like, I don't have the exact date, but her family did set up a Facebook page, and I'll find that and link it here in the description as well. There are homes, or reportedly, not homes, and reportedly there are cameras at the house where Maya was last seen, but it's difficult to really see a lot because it was dark outside, is what's being said. Her husband said it's not unlike Maya to leave for a day at a time, but never more than a day. He said that she would leave, of course, like I told you guys earlier, and he said in the interview that she would leave and come back home maybe 2, 3, 3:30 a.m., but it's just not typical of Maya to be gone for more than a day, and on top of that, missing their daughter's 11th birthday. Just not that type of person. She would never do that, is what her husband and her family are saying. Now, in the past couple of days, it's been reported that Maya's husband has obtained an attorney and that he's no longer answering questions. And again, that's just what I'm reading online. I obviously do not know for certain. We do know that there was a search warrant at the house, and I also done a screenshot to get this photo in one of the groups of the police and their presence outside of the Chula Vista home of Maya. So we do know that a search warrant was served. Maya is 5'2", and I've read between 105, 110 pounds, depending on the flyer we're looking at. Maya has brown hair and brown eyes. Maya loves singing, playing the guitar, hiking, and jeeping. If anyone has any information on Maya's whereabouts, they are urged to call the Chula Vista Police Department at 619-691-5151 or the San Diego Crime Stoppers anonymous tip line at 888-580-8477. And there was a news conference today, and it's also on the family's Facebook page for Maya, and you can view it there. But I'm going to put these links to that Facebook group that the family set up for Maya. That way you guys can get, up-to-date information from the family themselves, but also watch the news conference that they just did, I think maybe an hour or two ago. But thank you guys for watching.